Welcome to another Messenger Minute. Today we're going to be using Inkscape to create gradients. So let's start by drawing a shape, a rectangle. Now up here in the fill menu we have solid fill, but we also have other options for fill. Okay, so if you look at the next two, what we have is a linear gradient and a radial gradient. So if we click on this linear gradient tab, what you see is that we now have a solid color gradually changing to a transparent color. So both of these colors are yellow, and if we look along this line, you'll see the transition happens along this blue line. So if we click one of these points, we can actually change the color of this end of the gradient. If we click on the other, I can adjust the color of the other end. But unfortunately what you see here is that we have a solid red, a little bit of green in there, and then completely transparent. So not only can we adjust the color by clicking on these tabs, but we can also adjust the level of transparency. So if we look back at our color menu again, what we have is a solid green color, but if we look below at the alpha level, this gray checkerboard indicates that it is completely transparent. Now if we make some adjustments here, we can make this color completely solid. So now what we have is a gradient changing from a solid red to a solid green. And we can also control the length of time that it takes to transfer from one color to the next by controlling the length of this line. So that's a linear gradient. Now let's have a quick look at a radial gradient. So we create another object. This time, rather than a linear gradient, we're going to click on the next one, which is a radial gradient. Now this works the same way, except it's circular. So we have a solid green in the middle going out to a transparent green on the outside. So let's change our center color, and by clicking on this point out here, we can also change the transparency of our outer color, and we can change its actual color if we wish. So this is giving us a red center gradually fading to a yellow outside. We can also control the width of this change, both horizontally and vertically. So how subtle we want that change to be, or how fast we want that change to happen. And there you have it. That is a linear gradient and a radial gradient. This has been another Messenger Minute.